Happy Monday. We are back to recording. Just had a pretty long Thanksgiving weekend, like 4 full days off. So getting back in the swing of things at work is probably going to be a little bit tough, but we're going to do it because we've always done it before. And I like to think that, yeah, if you did it once, if you handled it once, if you got through it once, you could probably do it again. Got a pretty big weekend coming up this weekend, too. Satara and I are going somewhere, and let's just say things are happening. All right, things are happening. I can't believe it is already December, and I am just feverishly reminded of how quickly it can seem like time is passing, like that Seneca quote from the other video. Just trying to be aware that, it's so easy to feel like you're wasting time. You definitely don't want to only focus on that idea of wasting time, because then it's like you're like meta wasting time. If that's all you're thinking about, then you're not present. So, yeah, I'm just trying to be here now, especially over Thanksgiving and spending time with my family, my loved ones, just really leaning into listening to what other people say and trying to be a good conversationalist in a way where it's not that we're saying interesting things, but you're asking the right questions, or just really, again, leaning into being a deeply curious person. I am going to be thinking about that a lot, I think, because of the sort of catalytic event that happened a couple weeks ago with the family member. So if I really stray into the philosophical deep waters with the videos, then, or even more so than usual, I don't know if that's possible. I'm sure it is. Then that's probably why. So, yeah, I'm excited to keep doing these, and I might already be slightly late for work, but it's always worth it for the content.
Bit of a chaotic morning, a lot of shit going on. Big concrete pour. We got to start cutting a bunch of footings for these concrete guys out here, and or the formers at least, but they're the same people. I didn't bring a lunch, so it's just chaos. It's just a lot of shit going on up here, you know. Also, I didn't mention that I ended up doing like 40 miles last week, so I went from 32 to 40. Bit big of a jump. I think maybe I should have taken it easy yesterday, but I did 20 miles on Saturday, and then I did like 4.5, 5 miles yesterday, and I feel pretty good. That lingering feeling in my right leg is still there until I warm up. So again, activation issue maybe, but yeah. I'm also realizing that I think these are kind of turning into more than just training vlogs, which I think is okay. Like, I'm fine with that. But I don't know, maybe I'll play around with the naming thing. They might just be weekly vlogs. It's fun to share everything, and it's fun to look back and, like I've said before about videos on my channel, to think of this stuff as the visual side of my written journal. So while I can write about certain things, I can also video them, whether they be the same thing or not. This all kind of helps me stay present and to remember the things that I do in an ever chaotic world. And I think that anything that helps you stay a little bit more grounded, a little bit more attached to the earth, then I think that's probably better. It's cold as shit and my feet are wet, so yeah, great combo.
Hello, I am making a... Whoa, what's Akari doing? She's adventuring. Look at her. Oh, you too, Yami? You too? You want to say hi? Say hi. Meow. These two are so spoiled. So we're currently transitioning their food. Well,
Yami has to have special food now to prevent any more bladder stones. Hopefully it prevents the bladder stones, at least. And it's really important to slowly transition them whenever you do anything new. Like even if you just change litter, it's really important because cats get really stressed out really easily because their lives are so difficult. So in order to make it easier for them, I do a little bit of their old food, a little bit of the new food, and then I add some water in each of these because cats gotta stay hydrated. For some reason, they don't like drinking water. That's proof that I'm not a cat because I love drinking water. And then again, because they're so spoiled, I take a little bit of their dry food and I sprinkle it on the top. Wow, look at that. Oh my God, I just spilled it. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, now I have to clean that up. And then I'm going to put the gym clothes on and we're gonna do a leg day today because I've just been feeling the leg days on Monday. Yo, what's up? Yo, check out the new drip. I got the Cadence hat now. Sheesh. You know, I'm obsessed with Cadence. Look, I got some right here, actually. Would it be a weekly vlog if I didn't have one of these bad boys? Had to re-up on some cream soda for Black Friday, of course, because I'm a consumer and I love consuming. I just love to buy things. And when I tell you I love to buy things, let me tell you, yesterday, Sunday, I went to a shop that my buddy works at and he's really into like, you know, selvage denim, all this shit. And I tried on a pair of $400 trousers. They were fucking sick too. They fit me perfectly, no hemming needed, straight off the rack. Incredible, impeccable. The most beautiful pair of pleated trousers I've ever worn in my life. The demon inside me really thought it's a good idea to buy these. Now, I did not buy them, okay? So please, but I really wanted to. I could have put that thing on Affirm or Klarna, like maybe finance that for, I don't know, 12 bucks a month for 36 months. No, I wouldn't do something that irresponsible, come on. But seriously though, a little fit check because I got the Cadence hat inspired by the rhythm of daily discipline. You know, we love our discipline on the daily-ish. I got my Nike Aeroswift ADV singlet, whatever. Path Project shorts, of course. Swiftwick socks that you probably can't even see. And then I got the Vivo Primus Light Knit, the best of the best of the best flat-footed, barefoot gym shoes. I'm gonna go hit a dirty leg day and maybe put music behind it this time if I actually film, but it really depends on how crowded the gym is because it's just the apartment gym and I don't wanna be that guy, that one guy that records in the apartment gym. So I just got word that Satara's bringing salmon home. Yeah, we're eating, literally. We're gonna eat that. Forget to fuel post-workout. It's incredibly important. Also, never waste the last 5% of some whipped cream. All right, now I'm just doing whippets. For dinner, we got salmon that amazing, beautiful, perfect Satara over there picked up. And she's putting up the tree. Oh my God, counters are dirty. If I can provide one piece of life advice,
don't get black counter.
Yes, whatever, like if there's one thing you take away from any of my videos, never rent or buy a place or install any black counters, ever. They're impossible to keep clean. We got these sheet pan veggies from Costco, which are incredible. And then some couscous and some crab cakes.
in the air fryer. It's gonna be delicious. Again, thank you, Satara. I love you. Probably gonna eat and get some ornaments, get the tree decorated. If not all decorated tonight, we'll probably finish it tomorrow because we gotta get it up this week. We should have done it yesterday on Sunday, but I'm lazy and I was playing Hades 2 all day instead. So I was just not really motivated. And we're busy this weekend, so if we put it up next weekend, it would only be up for like a week and a half, and we can't have that. It's December 1st. We gotta lock in to the Christmas cheer. I know Hikari is over there locking into the Christmas cheer because she's already laying on the tree mat and she is eating the needles.
Look how perfect you look.
Good morning. I'm getting fuel and I'm really tired today. Like really, really tired. It's not just that I can feel it in my body either. I know that I'm really tired when I can feel it in my mind. That's the thing about mindfulness practice, is that you can kind of just notice that stuff immediately. And I noticed it this morning when, for some reason, the person behind me coming out of our parking garage, it's like, you don't really need to be in a rush, but for some reason you are. They're just right on my ass in the parking garage. Why? Like, for what reason? I can feel it just eating away at me as I see them in my rearview mirror. And it's just so annoying. It makes me want to stop the car and be like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And then, of course, one of the number one things that you just can't control is people driving like psychotic maniacs around you on the road. And I'm not somebody who drives at granny speed or anything, but I generally just drive the speed limit. But there are so many people that, I don't know if they're late to work or what the hell's going on, or maybe that's just how they are. They were a baby once and now they're a dickhead driver. But they're just fucking swerving all over the place and they're driving way over the speed limit. And like, go ahead, man, do your thing. Just fucking leave me out of it though. It's mostly a concern for me because I don't want to be implicated in the ridiculous mistakes of other people. Again, something that's out of your control. So that's where the whole mindfulness thing comes in. It's just, these things happen, again, out of your control. Like Marcus Aurelius said, you want to be like the rocks with the waves of the sea crashing against them, unmoved, and the sea will settle and be still all around you. So, a lot easier said than done, Marcus, but I'm working on it. That mindfulness practice is great because you start working up all these thoughts, especially when you're tired. So like I said, me, when I start to get really annoyed really quickly, impatient especially, that's how I know that something's up, because I'm not normally like that, and I can just feel myself on like a hair trigger sometimes. So yeah, not very good, but just a little peek into the mind of somebody who can be impatient sometimes, and yeah, just some overall transparency about it's Tuesday and I don't know. The week's not really starting out great. Didn't really feel awesome yesterday. But we'll see what the rest of today holds. It's supposed to be cold and rainy, so yeah, we can't really let that get us down though, can we? Also, if you're interested, here is the stats for my leg day yesterday. And I didn't bring lunch today, again. It's a tough swing after a 4-day weekend to get back into those habits, but maybe they're not really habits if they're not fully ingrained like that. Try my best. That's all we can really do, right? But the main reason that I didn't bring lunch is because those vegetables on the sheet pan that were in that video from last night, they were sitting on wax paper, and some of the wax paper was draped over the side of the sheet pan, and it ended up like charring a bit, and so some smoke like infused into, and carcinogenic smoke, not like good smoke, like fucking bacon or something. And it basically like made all the vegetables taste burnt, and it was horrible. So there's no way that I was taking those for lunch when I couldn't even finish them for dinner. So hey, you live and you learn though. Surprise, surprise, I have blessed myself with some teriyaki because I deserve all the flavors. All right, done with work, and can confirm what I said earlier. Really tired today. It's weird, like just being tired and being sore from yesterday, and still a little sore from the 20-miler on Saturday. Just trying to give myself a little bit of grace, and just kind of be easy on myself. I've said this before, but a lot of the time it's really easy for me to just keep going and going and going, but like whatever I'm doing, like just, you know, if you're tired, whatever, just work through it. Or just instead of reducing the workload, just power through the thing that you already had scheduled. So I'm going to kind of take my own advice here today. I'm not going to skip my workout, but I'm going to just go on the bike and just, take it easy, because like some low impact stuff, because I feel like if I actually committed to riding the bike every other run day, I think that I would see a lot of improvement in like my overall strength, just because of the reduce of the impact, while still getting like some volume in. But it's kind of hard just because I don't always want to go on the bike. I mean, I guess I don't always want to run either. It's just that sometimes just being on the bike is just not fun. When I can get like 400 meters, 800 meters into a run, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm locked in. This is fine. But the bike is something else. It's different when I'm on the actual road bike, but there's so many stupid people out on the roads, dude. I need to commit to some trail routes, and I think that would help me out a lot. One of the great challenges of life, right, is trying to see through your own bullshit, and kind of like what I said this morning, like stopping when you can, as soon as you can, like being mindful of those moments where any sort of like negative aura is like attempting to like hijack your mind and make you say or do anything that you don't want to do, that you know that you'll immediately regret. Something that I've just been thinking about is, God, I forget what I was listening to, but then they were talking about things like belief change and all that. And I was just thinking, like how do we condition ourselves to do what is right when we want to? Like how, you know, kind of like how so like how is it, or why is it that some of us can immediately do what we want to do when we think about it, and then what is it, the thing that makes some people procrastinate? You know, what is it about certain conditions or certain environments that allows people to thrive in that belief change, in that identity change, and then for others to attempt it over and over and over again and just still never manage to get it? As you sort of wade through life and you look back and see the different kinds of person that you've been, the different kinds of people that you've been throughout your life, it's interesting to think about, well, if I was that person and now I'm this person now, then what kind of person can I be if I start to do those things in the future? This is like really fundamental stuff when it comes to belief change and like habit forming and all that. So this isn't anything like novel. It's just that phrase, like, how can we condition ourselves to doing what we want to do right when we feel it, or right when it pops into our head? That's kind of what I've been turning over in my head the past week or so. Let's go. I love an empty gym. A little fit check. Wearing the Tom Cruise shirt, as Satara likes to call it. Well, there is 60 minutes easy on the bike. And then I finished off with some soleus calf raises, which are basically like bent knee calf raises, if you didn't know that, and just some bodyweight stuff like some push-ups and a couple squats and just mobility. If there's one thing I know for sure, even though today has been a little bit of a downer, it's that if I got through other days, I can very likely get through today. So I think Satara is grabbing food because I'm still mad about me burning or like smoking out those vegetables. And I just don't feel like cooking. So I think it's going to be Chipotle or Panda Express. I don't know. Either one I'm fine with. I'm excited for either one, to be honest. Obviously, need to be better about making dinner, but we've been burning through a lot of the stuff that we've recently got from Costco. So I'm proud of us for finally pulling the trigger on that Costco membership. And actually, you know, it's nice when you get groceries and then you actually use them. Isn't that great? Isn't that a fun, like adult thing that you can do? Anyway, I'll check back in after the food, and then I think I'm going to play some Hades tonight.
I got Chipotle. See? Big bowl. It just looks like a bowl of lettuce. And Satara also got me this tamarind drink, which is incredible. It's like normally in one of those like juice type dispensers by all the sodas. It's like one of my favorite drinks ever. Pretty much always do double protein and just stack this bowl out as much as I can because we love calories. So I'm going to destroy this thing and play some Hades. But I'm also going to vote on backlogs. I got Game of the Year, Best Gameplay, Best Narrative, Best Art Direction, Best Soundtrack, and Best Multiplayer. It's one of my favorite things to look forward to at the end of the year, especially this year because this year has had some incredible games, and it's going to be really hard to choose one for each one of these categories.
Good morning. It is Wednesday. Still very dark outside. I'm sure you can tell by how wonderfully grainy this footage is. Feeling a lot better today, which is always awesome. I think that even though energy was a little low yesterday, wasn't feeling amazing, it's important to show that side of things because I believe that the reality is that most people are experiencing life like that. Most people are having those tough days, and not everything is a perfectly manicured version that it seems to be, or the perfectly manicured version that it seems to be on social media for so many influencers or so many people that are making videos. And if I can occupy a space that is honest and raw like that, then I will take a lot of pride in that because I'm just a guy, and I'll repeat that as many times as I have to because it's important that we realize that we are all going through this journey of life, and we're all going to face obstacles and find our way through them because I mean this wouldn't be a clip if I didn't end it with a philosophy quote, but what stands in the way becomes the way. The obstacle is the way. I got today and then a half day tomorrow, and then we can, you know, go on another little vacation. I got a cortado. Look how cute these things are. Tiny. I mean, it looks, I guess, not very good scale, but still, it's small. Probably good to actually run today. Probably like 5 miles or so. It's funny, I noticed on on my last video that I'm like, yeah, 5 miles, 5 miles, 5 miles. It's just so easy with that loop that I do because it's got a good amount of flat on it. It's got some stairs, and then it's got some downhill. But I do wonder if maybe some of the problems that I get with like small areas in my knee or in my ankle, I wonder if they come from the fact that that main route I do has downhill. So I wonder if I just focused on running flat, just the flat portion out and back, if I would get less aches and pains, and maybe I'd be able to be more consistent with certain mileage. I know that sometimes I think about changing what I'm doing a little bit too much. That is something I'm slowly becoming more and more aware of. And I just wonder if I focus less on changing what I'm doing, and if I just focus on taking like the long view and just doing what I'm doing, but maybe just reducing the volume. You know what I mean? Like it's really easy to feel like something's not working and then try and change it, and then you're pretty much just going to repeat that cycle over and over again. I'm going to be honest though, the thing that pointed that out to me is actually because I asked ChatGPT what it thinks my 3 biggest weaknesses are, or 3 biggest blind spots are, and just based off of all of our conversation history or prompt history, whatever. And that's one of the things that it brought up. It said that sometimes I tend to sidestep and then try a different route rather than going forward on the route I'm on for a longer duration. So maybe that's fully true or half true or not true at all, but I just find it very interesting to think about. I am fully kitted out in the winter gear now. I got full tights on, I got a thermal in my upper, I got the beanie. Let's go, baby. You're not a beanie guy. You're not a beanie guy. Why's that guy wearing a beanie? He's not a beanie guy. I think the only thing that I'm missing though is a headlamp, because it's a lot darker than I thought. 5 miles done. Bet you couldn't guess that I was gonna do 5 miles, but I did it. 5 miles. We are making one of my favorite meals from when I was a child. It's tater tot casserole. Damn, that oven's kind of dirty. Ignore that. It's a very homey meal, and it's super simple to make too. It's basically, you cook the hamburger, and then you put frozen tater tots, cream and mushroom soup, the hamburger, some corn, and then cheese. Very Southern style, well, it is casserole. So yeah, but it's delicious. I'm thinking now, and I forgot to put spinach in it because I've been adding that recently. Also, diced onions are good too, diced bell peppers, like if you want to really add some volume to it. It's great for leftovers as well. It's one of those things that I've been eating for literally as long as I can remember, and it's just fucking amazing. I love it so much. And plus it makes me think of being a kid, which is great. You should always find things in your life that allow you to be a kid when you can, even when you're an adult. And oh, by the way, you put it in the oven on 380 degrees Fahrenheit for like 35 minutes while it's covered, and then you take it off and you brown the cheese for like 5 to 10 minutes. I'm gonna devour that because it should be done in like 4 minutes, and I'm actually gonna play some Hades 2 tonight. I'm gonna try and run this weekend on the island, but if I don't get to it, that's fine, because technically it's a vacation, and you don't always have to be super strict when you're on vacation. Now, I wasn't gonna record a video this morning, but I just had to show that I have a bag of clothes to give to charity. There's a nice clothes drop off at one of the places where I get gas. I would love to just like directly go onto the street and just give clothing to people because I know they need it, but I just don't know how well that would work. Finally off work. It is so cold and wet today, and just one of those days where when you're in an open cab machine, or if you're just outside, it sucks because like your feet, like I can't feel any of my toes right now, and my feet are wet and then they get cold, and it's just not really a good combination. But we're free for the weekend, so gonna go get ready, and we gotta drive, get on the ferry, and just have a good ass time. Hello, we are on the island. I'm relaxing harder than a man has ever relaxed before. I'm gonna take a video on the ferry. It was a super short ride though, so we didn't even get out of my car. Tomorrow, we're gonna do a little bit of exploring, and we got a couples massage to go to. It's gonna be super nice, just chilling, and I will try my best to remember to do this. Sound good? Okay, run tomorrow, I think. Good morning. Check out our little cute inn that we're at here on the island. Also got the water right there. I do not know where I'm gonna go for this run, but probably just go through town here and then there are some trails that are like 2.5, 3 miles away, but I just don't know if I want to run the 3 miles out there and then run around the trails and likely get lost and probably run like 5 or 6 miles and then have to run 3 miles back. Just trying to keep it a little easy. We're just gonna, I don't know, put one foot in front of the other and see where we go. All right, so 2 things. One, forgot my headphones, but that's probably all right because it's safer, because I don't know what's going on out here. And 2, another safety thing, no sidewalks out here. So yeah, I'm just running on the shoulder of the road. Would not advise, not that safe. Again, we're not trying to break any records on this run. We're just taking it easy. But it does turn out that it's like all hills outside of town, so that's cool. You know, I love hills. There's 3 easy miles on Whidbey Island. This place is nice. I probably would have done more if it was slightly safer. It's not really worth it for me at the beginning of my vacation to like risk running way out where in an area where I'm unfamiliar with, and then no sidewalks or anything like that. But hey, we've got a full trip planned, so I'm gonna go get some breakfast and refuel. We're so relaxed. We just got the best massage that we've ever received.
It's true.
I think we only got like 3 before though.
3 together.
But that one was 5.5 stars.
Yeah, for sure. I was gonna say my stomach was growling the whole time, and I can't remember last time my stomach was growling during a massage. So
I don't know if mine's ever growled, but I was definitely relaxed.
I think I heard it.
She beat the hell out of me. I said medium and heavy pressure, and she took that personally. She especially my calves. She was beating the shit out of them. In a good way, though. I feel fantastic. We're out here on the hike. Things are happening. Things are happening. Gotta be covert, super covert. Going a little hike, a little out and back, and then hopefully a very scenic opportunity presents itself. Then we're in, boys. We did it. Look at this giant gun. I'm realizing that this training vlog isn't really a lot of training.
Lifestyle
that's all right. That's all right. We're at Fort Casey on Whidbey Island. Lighthouse over there that we're gonna go to after this. We're just exploring the fort. It's like decommissioned from like post World War II. And you know, even though this isn't much of a training vlog, life is about more than just training, right? Life is about love. Okay. Life is about love, connection, prioritizing things that matter most. Please get away from that edge. That's terrifying. just no fall protection. There's like 10-foot drops on the concrete. It's good. Definitely don't come here with unsupervised children. But yeah, just thinking like, this stuff's kind of turning into more of just weekly vlogs. I think I mentioned that earlier this week, but that's fine. It's the evolution of everything. Things change. And yeah, I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to love someone as amazing as her. And I'm happy she's in my life, and I'm happy that we get to share this together. And share it here. That's fun too.
With you guys.
It's eternalized. So yeah, life is about more than training. But training's still cool. Unfortunately, the lighthouse is closed. If it's open, you can go up there inside the, I don't know, light chamber. There's gotta be a real name for it. The lens, yeah. And I'm pretty sure the original light is up there too, or it's inside the building, and you can like see it. It's like active, it's working. So that's really cool, but unfortunately it is not open right now. It's not really in season. We just got lucky here with a beautiful day to be out here. I mean, there really aren't that many people, and God, the Olympics are just gorgeous. It's just amazing.
I know.
It's fantastic. I love being alive. Got that afternoon vanilla latte. We're in a fudge shop right now in town, right here in Langley. It's called a Sweet Mona's, right? I got some toffee, and that's made here. And Satara got some caramels, salted. Always got to get the salted. Pretty much just hanging out, killing some time until we go to our dinner reservation tonight that is pretty exclusive, I guess, but I have very limited info on it, so it's supposed to be an experience, like a course meal. So yeah, we're both a little in the dark on it, but surely it will be good. Really good lighting here.
The best lighting.
Just going to dinner with my my fiance.
And my fiance.
Yeah, her fiance, me, this guy.
We're
I don't know.
engaged if you haven't heard.
Yeah, if you just saying we're engaged to be married.
If you're just
Not
tuning in-
arranged either. We formed love. We cultivated love, and we met online. So
If you're just tuning in halfway through the vlog, we're engaged.
yeah.
If you just randomly picked a spot to watch.
If you skipped around because viewer retention is horrible and you're used to watching 5-second long shorts, then yeah, we're engaged. Back from dinner. First thing was like an oyster. Did not get a picture of that. I'm not crazy about oysters, but this thing was, I know it came from the sea, but it tasted like it was like crafted by Poseidon. Like that, this thing, this thing was delicious. It was just so briny and salty, and maybe that doesn't sound good to you, but I love salt.
It pickled our tongues. It
Yeah.
made us like salivate and get ready for the next courses.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was this smoked trout, and I'll just put everything on the screen like as I talk about it. So the smoked trout was like smoked for like 4 hours on cherry wood, and it just contained so many flavors. It was like nutty, it was woody. You could like taste the cherry from the wood. It was wild, dude. The things that some of these chefs are doing, I don't understand it, but it tastes really good.
I think the trout was my favorite.
Okay, trout was her favorite. I liked it. It was if you don't like raw fish, then
Yeah,
you definitely
probably would not like it.
no. Honestly, if you don't like seafood, would not
Not the
recommend this
place.
place. Yeah. But that's kind of like pretty much all the best places to eat in Washington. They a lot of the meals revolve around seafood because the seafood is just so good here. And then it was the scallops, right?
Yeah, the scallops were really
there
good
were
too.
scallops and this I don't know, it was
This is gonna sound like it wasn't good, but it was like scallops and like a dill mayonnaise.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was.
It was good though.
Yeah, I used to just hate scallops. They're like a handful of things that I couldn't stand, and it was scallops, oysters,
Crab.
No, crab wasn't too bad. I ate a lot of crab growing up, so I kind of was just tired of it. But it was like mussels and clams, and like a lot of those like actual like shell opening fish. Yeah, but I've like slowly got over them. I make it a point to like, even though I tell myself I do not like something, I just keep trying it over and over again. Honestly, pretty good technique, like framework for life in general. Just keep trying over and over again
Until you like it.
Yeah, and you might never like it. Like, again, I'm not crazy about oysters. Tried that; it was really good. I don't know if I'm gonna, voluntarily order oysters ever, but you never know. But yeah, scallops are one of those things. I like scallops now though; they're fantastic. I especially like them seared, but these were still pretty good.
They're so good.
And then
They're so
after
sweet.
that was this like Dungeness crab, and what was it was like a
It was,
rice.
Yeah, it was like it was
and-
almost like a congee. Like
Yeah.
a thick rice porridge and dashi.
Yeah, and then and it was like layered, so like when you scooped into the bowl, again, I'll show it, but it kind of looks like bean soup in the picture.
I thought
But-
it looked like mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yes, or mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yeah.
But once you scooped in and and there was egg yolk in there too.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my god, that was probably my favorite main course. I was telling Satar when we were eating it, I was like, this tastes like a hug. It had a warm embrace to it. It was amazing.
It's very cozy.
And then next was it was the bread
Mm-hmm.
and
The
the halibut. Halibut was fire. It was just I guess they just seared it for like a minute on the skin side, and then served it to us in this consommé that was made from like peanuts and the bones of the halibut that they were serving to us. And then the bread. Oh my god, the fucking bread. it was like pure butter. But it was so good.
It was so good.
If I didn't have to choose one of the actual courses as my favorite, the bread was my favorite.
It was a
like-
brioche.
If that's the shit that they were eating in if that's what the serfs were eating in the fields, and all they were rationed on in 1310 was fucking bread and butter, I would voluntarily go out in the fields. I would plow the fields just for that fucking bread. It was incredible. It just melted in your mouth. After that, it was the dessert, which was called Forest Floor, which was homemade ice cream, and it had a what is that berry called? The
I've already forgotten.
why am I thinking hazelnut for berry? No,
It's
Mary is like Marionberry.
It was like
Yeah.
one of the berries that's
Um,
very common in Washington.
Yeah, no, it starts with an H.
Huckleberry.
Huckleberry, yes. It was like a huckleberry drizzle, and then the ice cream, it looks like dirt in the picture because it's what we call forest
Forest
floor.
floor.
But it was like the drizzle, and then the ice cream pancake, and then it was caramelized mushrooms and chocolate, they were
Crumbled almost.
crumbled on top of
Like
it, and
dust.
and they were all. Then the chocolate was also smoked, so smokiness, the ice cream, it was incredible.
There's a little bit of salt.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was so good.
I don't like chocolate, and it was very good. I would eat it again. It was very good. It
Yeah.
it all complemented each other very, very well.
Mm-hmm.
We thought it was gonna be just mushrooms.
Yeah, I saw Forest Floor and I was like, fuck, man, I gotta eat mushrooms. I'm gonna do it though. After that, it was these little snacks, pretty much. There was a homemade gelatin thing that was kind of like apple pie, apple and pear mixed together, and then there was a frosted leaf. I literally ate a fucking leaf. It was really good though.
It was delicious.
It was like a candied rose petal, if you've ever had those, but way better. And then there was a really bougie brownie in the shape of a scallop.
Yep.
And with a very, it was like, it was chocolate for sure, but it was like somebody was whispering the word chocolate in your ear. It wasn't like a Hershey's Kiss chocolate.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Again, I don't like chocolate, but it was, I would eat a million of those. Like, I would take those home and eat them and warm them up. They were that good.
And then, alongside those little snacks, we each got some decaf coffee. They offered coffee or tea. Just not drinking more coffee today. I'm overly caffeinated already. So we got decaf, and then they knew that we got engaged today, so they, yeah, by the way, we got engaged.
We got
Did you know
engaged.
that?
If you're just tuning in, we got engaged.
If you skip to this part of the video, we got engaged today. Yeah, we got decaf, and then they served it to us in cups, and we couldn't see what
Each
the
other's
teacups said. Hers said drink up wifey, and mine said sign the prenup, which is whoa, dropped my phone, which is crazy, by the way. And the server was like, oh, it's just a joke, by the way. And we thought it was funny, but
Yeah, we
you could
laughed.
just tell that, like, at some point they gave that to somebody, and they're like, what the fuck did you say to me?
Some
What prenup?
snooty person.
Yeah. Also, the people sitting behind me were fucking hammered out of their
Yes.
mind. The dude was, like, screaming, and I'm like, you're in a sophisticated establishment,
Yeah.
okay? You need to fucking relax.
They got the wine course, and I think by like their third glass of wine, they were like shouting at the waitress and the chef, like, "This is amazing! This is
Yeah.
the best food we've ever had!"
Yeah. It was fantastic, though. Definitely one of the better, higher-end meal experiences that we've had together.
Yeah, we're really lucky. We've had a lot of like really good food. Also, by the way, crazy that Washington does not have a Michelin star, like, at all, anything. There's no Michelin guide for Washington with all of the good food that we have eaten, not just in Seattle.
Yeah.
But yeah, out of all of the really fancy things and fancy experiences we've had, this was up there. It was very good. It was delicious.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
And the service was amazing.
Yes, the service was 10 out of 10.
Yeah, they were so kind.
Yes.
And they laughed at my corny jokes.
Yep, and that's what really matters. Pretty lucky to be able to experience something like that. It was
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, I always say this to Houston, he has to hear it again, but one of my most favorite things is, like, eating and having those experiences with Houston, because he's so open to trying things, and, like, just, I think, like, the writer in him comes out when he describes food, and it's just so fun to be able to try new flavors and, like, new combinations of things with him. So it was really fun, again, to do that. Like, we love eating, and we love good food. And we love people that are passionate, and I think that's probably the best part about, like, eating at these really expensive places, is that we can enjoy people's passion.
Yeah.
And it really comes through.
And we appreciate the art side of it, too.
Yeah, it's artistry. It truly
well-
feels like art.
Little highbrow, but you know, it's cool how, like, people's love for something like food can translate into a very distinct experience. So like this place, for instance, like they have a seasonal menu, so it's the core of the menu stays the same, but it changes with the seasons, like with the crops. So this
Crops
thing
that
is
some of them are on their property.
yeah. So like they have a garden on the property of the inn, and they harvest things from those crops, which is incredible. It's like it's all this, like, beautiful ecosystem that's, like, created around the head chefs or the head chef and, like, their idea of what it means to craft a meaningful experience, and the meal is just part of that experience, right? So yeah, all that to say, really good food and just an overall fucking awesome day. Yeah. Maybe at one point, before this vlog ends, I will train again, but that moment is not tonight. So
Hey, chat, should we go to the French Laundry?
no, we don't have that much money. Good morning. We're at the bagel factory on Whidbey Island. It smells incredible in here. And I got a sandwich, a breakfast sandwich. There's nothing quite like a breakfast sandwich. Big bagel selection. It's interesting. We're in, like, this larger shopping center parking lot, and this is the only place that's open. And It's so there's this massive parking lot that's just empty, and then cars packed around this one bagel shop. But yeah, we're getting a little snack, and then we're getting back on the ferry and headed home to see the kitties. I'm excited to see the kitties.
We're still engaged, by the way.
Yeah. If you skip to this part of the video, we're still engaged. Oh my God!
Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
Choppy. Pray for us.
scary out there.
What's going on? I just recorded this whole entire outro, and the small thing at the bottom of the DJI mic transmitter was not all the way plugged in, so it picked up all the background audio, and this wasn't connected. So we're gonna try this again. We came home, dropped our bags, and then almost immediately, after I got this gym session, so that's cool. I had to move my body. The weights were calling me. I just kind of did like an all over the place thing. I didn't record any of it. I just in and out quick, like 35 minutes or something like that. And then we left to go have a celebratory lunch with Satara's mom and her boyfriend. That was cool. I'm sure that'll be the first of like 50 celebratory dinners that we end up going to, which is great. You know, this whole engagement thing stacked on top of the holiday season is going to make for a busy couple months. And that's great. It's fun. This is like the next step, and I'm super happy that it all pretty much went as planned. It's interesting. I love like being able to record everything, right? Even though I'm kind of like working through the kinks myself as I do it. But it's just it's one of those things that feels like a great example of learning as you go. Because you just, I mean, like with most things, right? You just have to do it. Like you can't just keep thinking about it. It's like thinking about drawing and expecting yourself to get better. It's simply not going to happen until you just pick up the pencil, bro. Pick it up. It's kind of funny because the whole like, even like sharing the proposal and having that in the video is great. And it's like striking that balance of like you want things to be organic. You want them to be candid. You don't want to force them. And that's kind of part of the reason why I kind of like long conned the whole like proposal into the video, because on Monday I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to record a video for this week because I didn't record one last week. And all the while on Monday, I was already like, oh, okay, when we go to Whidbey Island, I'm going to be like, oh, hey, let's record ourselves walking down this area by the ocean as part of the video. And then obviously, proposal. So that's great. It's fantastic, obviously. It's the next step. It just feels so good, so natural. And I'm so excited to share it. I'm just excited for what the future brings with the proposal, with my personal life, with the content, with everything. I feel really good about all this stuff. And obviously the response, I feel great that people enjoy listening to me yammer on about stuff. So whether it's this week where I ran 10 miles and didn't do much training, or last week when I ran 40 or 42 miles, I'm happy that even though, like I said the other night, like people still want to watch, even if it's not always just training. Part of the training itself is sometimes stepping away from it and recognizing the fact that you have to have some sort of life. You have to acknowledge this concept of balance, but balance to me isn't always like trying to have everything at 50-50. Sometimes balance is recognizing that the scale has to tip 80% one way and 20% the other way sometimes, and then vice versa at other times. And recognizing, like zooming out and seeing the balance from a astronomical perspective rather than trying to pick through all the tiny details can really be helpful. It's kind of like this mental model called the map versus the terrain. So when you look at a map of an area, everything's flat, right? But then if you were standing in the spot on the map that you were pointing to, you
you might be standing right at the base of a mountain that is 10,000 feet tall. So your idea of something isn't always going to be perfect for the execution, if that makes sense. The map isn't always going to perfectly match the terrain. It's a great mental model to keep in mind. I hope that next week we can get back into the swing of things with the training. No promises with anything crazy just because of everything going on. Again, though, that's the whole point of base building. I just got to be consistent, just keep the engine going, right? So with all that being said, I appreciate you watching, as always. Thank you so much for all the kind words on all the platforms. And as always, I will see you on the next one.